going to ask a completely off of topic question here.
I like that.
But I'm curious. I mean, you're a Canadian singer, and I know this band doesn't really get a lot of credit, and a lot of people don't necessarily like this band. But I want to ask you, do you like Nickelback?
I do. I think they're great. I mean, they've been arguably the biggest rock band at one point for almost 10 years straight. And I think if you hate them, they're doing something right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now, I am here with Cory Marks. Cory, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Thanks for asking.
It's good to be back in London.
Yes, I was just going to say the CCMA weekend, finally an actual live event, an award show. How exciting is it to be back here?
It's great to be back with, people and us gathering for Canadian country music and here for a good time. I think it's going to be a great weekend. Like I said, it's just great to have everyone back together.
We're here for a good time, but not a long time, because
That's
the CCMA weekend is only this weekend. That's about it.
We make it count, though. We make it count.
We make it count. The pun was there. I had to say it. So now your debut album, Who I Am, has been nominated for a CCMA Alternative Country Album of the Year. Now this album has garnered a lot of success recently. So I'm just going to go ahead and list a few of these accomplishments. So Who I Am sat on number 7 on the Billboard Country Albums chart, number 3 on the Top New Artist Albums chart, number 3 on the Canadian Country Albums chart, and number 2 on the Country Digital Albums chart in Germany just 1 week after its release. This is a whole. Did you not know that?
I did, but kind of, that was you kind of forget about those numbers a little bit, and that's pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, that's an amazing accomplishment, and I'm sure there's going to be many more times when that happens for you, Cory.
Well, I hope to see a couple number ones. That'd be great. I'm actually very proud to say that I'm the first Canadian country act to have a U.S. top 10 hit at rock radio. So I thought that was very special, and number 3 in Germany as well. So that was pretty cool. We peaked at 12 in Canada, and it's pretty cool as a Canadian country artist to be charting like that.
You're hitting milestones. That's what you're hitting.
I am. I'm trying.
Now take me through the making and the meaning behind this album, Who I Am.
This album's basically my life in a nutshell from 2015 to 2018. As I like to say, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it's all in there. The good times, the bad times, and the times in between. So.
I love that. The good times, the bad times. I feel like that's a song, too.
I should write that down.
Yeah, you should really write that one down. We're going to go back to this interview and jot down that little part there. So, career highlights. I feel like you might have a couple career highlights because I have to say you played gigs with Toby Keith and Brantley Gilbert. Okay, so career highlights. Are those one of them, or maybe not? Maybe there's something else?
There's been quite a few that I'm very thankful and fortunate to have achieved. I think having a gold record here in Canada was definitely a big up for me, and of course touring with guys like Brantley Gilbert and legends like Toby Keith and soon to be icons, or if not already an icon. I think my greatest moment in music was when it first started. Merle Haggard was playing my hometown in 2013. That's actually the very first tour bus I ever stepped on, and I got to meet the Hag, so I was very thankful for that.
And how old exactly were you when that happened?
I was about 23, I believe, 23 or 24. It was the first tour bus I stepped on.
So when did you realize that you wanted to pursue music as a career? Was it around that age or a bit before?
Yeah, I had just started my career then, and I was playing in local bars and pubs, and that kind of led into fairs and festivals, and it was just, there's nothing better than being with a band of brothers or sisters and going out and having a great time, and seeing people light up and making them feel good. So that's what it's all about, and that's what I really enjoy about music.
Now, festivals. What's your favorite festival that you played at?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna have to say most recently I was out on the road with a band called Hailstorm in the U.S. and I think we played Rocklahoma, and I'm the first ever country artist to play Rocklahoma. So we were on one stage, Steel Panther was on the other, and Slipknot was on another stage, and Limp Bizkit was supposed to headline on the main stage that night as well. Hailstorm was also playing. So I think being the first country artist at Rocklahoma in Oklahoma, I think was pretty cool.
Well, you're a country rock artist. That's what you are.
Country music with rock and roll attitude.
Yeah. I love that. And I'm going to ask a completely off of topic question here.
I like that.
But I'm curious. I mean, you're a Canadian singer, and I know this band doesn't really get a lot of credit, and a lot of people don't necessarily like this band. But I want to ask you, do you like Nickelback?
I do. I think they're great. I mean, they've been arguably the biggest rock band at one point for almost 10 years straight. And I think if you hate them, they're doing something right.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And now with 2022 coming up around the corner, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution?
If you can think of one.
Like something I want to give up? Or something I want to... Because usually, sometimes you... New Year's okay. Well, I'd like... In 2012, I think I'd love to have a country radio hit. I think is my goal, my dream, to finally have a big old hit at country radio, especially here in Canada.
Well, we're going to make that happen, Cory. We're going to make that happen. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me on Country with Celine today, Cory.
Thank you, Celine. Great talking to you.
Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh.